Hey, this is Martin from Abacus Whiskers, and I just want to talk you through our assessment page and how you can edit it and amend it to meet your requirements. So when you get the document, it will be set out with sort of placeholder child names down here, and the scores that they get in any assessment will average up here, and then an average for each child across all of the assessments will appear here, as well as a student average for the class will appear here. And this will then change colour depending whether the child is below, above, or at the average for the class. Okay, I've just removed some of the formula just so I can re-add it so you can see how you can do it in case you want to change it or to do something similar yourself. Okay, so I've inputted the scores from assessment 1. Let's give it a date of the 1st of July, and at the moment I've inputted the 30 child scores, but I haven't given them an average. So to work out the average here, which will help work out this average here, click in this cell D9, click in the formula bar, click equals, and then start typing in average. And actually it knows I want to work out the average of those cells, but I'm not going to give it the glory of guessing exactly right. So brackets, and then you click on the first cell of your data set. So here it's that one, and then which is D10. I'm scrolling down to the last one, which is D39, holding down shift, click it, and now we're going to work out the average of D9 all the way down to D39. I'm going to close brackets, click enter, and it's worked out the average score across the class on that test was 5, which has then helped populate over here the student average, which has then helped color code these scores. So if the child's average is above the class average, it's green. If it's it's kind of an orangey yellow color, and if it's below, it's red. Okay, so let's just show you how it would work if we added another assessment. So say on the 8th of the 7th, 7/22, let's just put some scores in. I'm going to work on the basis is it like a 10 mark mental maths test or something. I mean, look at this. That person didn't do so well. 8, good improvement from child 25. Okay, so I've inputted their scores there, and we need to work out this new child average. So we can click here and copy this formula. So click in the cell and then Control C to copy, or edit copy. We want to copy it into this cell, and then we can Control V or edit paste. Okay, and then that should then work out this should then work out the average across all the tests. But looking at it, it's looking at the moment. Oh no, that's right. It's looking from D9 all the way to AG9 over there. So that's right, and it's just averaging out at the moment with a 5 still. So now it has changed the color codes here because these children, their averages have changed. So those who are still averaging the same as the class average are sort of yellow color, green for above, and red for below. And as we go through, let's just do a bit of made up data for those ones. Oh, that's okay, that's changed. As you can see, that one's it's thought I was continuing a number pattern, and it's gone all the way up, but it has changed those colors and averages there. Okay, let's just get rid of those for the second. If you want to add in some more assessment columns, you can do. Say we want to add in 5 more. Let's select across the top 5 of those, and then right click, and let's do insert 5 columns to the right, and that's going to insert 5 badly formatted columns. Let's just copy one of these. So I've selected that assessment 30, and I'm just going to highlight all of those cells and Control V and copy it in. So they're all now assessment 30, but at least it's copied the formatting over. Little trick for you, if you want to not have to change that to 31, 32, 33, etc., is select a couple so that Sheets can work out what pattern you're trying to create, and then click on the little blue square in the corner and drag it along, and it knew that I was trying to add on a number at the end of my assessment. And then I've got 35. I would, if it was me, then just need to update these. See there, it's trying to work out to AG9, and I want to now go to AL9, so AL9 for that one, and then for this one to AL10. And then here I'm just now going to copy this and then paste it down, and that's then going to do the same for all of them all the way along. So once we get 100 here, it's still going to be taken into account of that average. I think that's about it. You can add more children, you can remove them. To remove these ones down the bottom, I would select the rows, right click and hide. It's nice and safe to do those ones because it won't affect any of these tabs. One thing you might want to do is, you can see I've got this open as a copy of assessment down here, just in case I made too many damaging changes. But say you've got the same class but you teach them for multiple subjects, and you've got John, Jane and Sarah, and you don't want to have to keep typing them in for the different things. So you've got here, let's make this is maths grade 3, and let's change that to maths assessment. Let's then duplicate this, so we're going to have a spelling assessment as well. So this one's going to be called spelling assessment. Let's put a space in, and it's spelling grade 3. All right, and yes, at the moment it's got those same names in there, but if you want to get the whatever you put here to appear in this sheet, if you click in the cell where you want the name to appear in the formula bar, click equals, and then you type in the name of the sheet there, you're going to find it. So we want to look for the name in maths space assessment, and put it in single quotes, and then put an exclamation mark after it, because that then tells it it's going to be a sheet that it's looking for, and then a cell reference number, so it's going to be C10. So we want to look in C10, so it wants to find whatever's in maths assessment sheet C10, and it's going to copy it there, and then and then you can copy and paste that down, and you can see it's copying it over. And there on this one, if we then change this to Billy, it will have changed it on the spelling assessment sheet as well. Quite a handy little trick, and good if you've got children the same class but on multiple subjects.